Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my little humble kitchen. How are you all doing? I hope you're all well. Today, the weather is a little bit iffy. And what I mean by that, for the last 2 weeks or so, we had a nice sunshine. Now that we're in spring and everything, it's a bit dull today and a bit chilly. But never mind, here we go again, back in my kitchen, as I've mentioned. Okay, so today I'm going to cook some fish coming up to Easter. And traditionally, we usually have fry fish. But today, I'm not going to fry the fish because I don't like frying fish. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cook my fish in some tomato sauce. So, these are all my ingredients. I've got some, a bit of bell pepper, 2 sticks of celery. We've got some scallion or spring onion, red onion, shallots, and white or yellow onion, bit of ginger, 3 garlics, and scotch bonnet pepper, which is really hot. So I'm just using a very small one because this is really spicy. If you don't have this, you can just use black pepper or any other pepper that you want to use. Okay, so that's it. And I'm going to use tin tomato, bay leaf, and 3 what we call pimento, which are like still spices. Yeah, and that's my fish seasoning that I've got here, which is onion powder, garlic powder, was it turmeric, and all other stuff. Okay, and a bit of salt and a bit of olive oil. And then I'm going to cook a little bit of quinoa, yeah, instead of cooking rice. Okay, so we're going to go over the sink. I'm going to just rinse off the fish, and I'm going to use half a lemon. Okay, don't want to get the seeds in it, so I'm just taking the seeds out. Yeah, and a little bit of vinegar. Don't put too much vinegar in, you just need a little just to cut that rawness out of the fish. Yeah. So I'm just going to use some cold water. As I said, I'm just rinsing it off. It's already cleaned, so I'm just giving it a rinse. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to leave this in the sink until I'm ready for it. Okay, and then I'm just going to rinse my hand off. Just use the lemon. Okay. So my next process is to cut up all these ingredients. Yeah. So I'm just gonna do this. It doesn't want to go in the blender. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend up all these. But I'm just gonna cut them all up into a sizable pieces so it can blend easily. Just going to put some ginger, my white onion. Okay, I'm just going to use half of the shallot. I was going to use this, but I'm not going to use it. Okay, I was going to do something different, but I changed my mind. So I'm just going to open this. Okay, I'm going to blend it. Is that all right? Sorry about the noise, everyone. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to put my pot on the fire. I'm going to get the olive oil. Okay. Ready? I'm going to use probably about 3 tablespoons of olive oil and let that heat up in the pot. That isn't a lot, because once I've put the tomato that I've grind up in it, then I just want it to heat up to get hot for a little while. Okay. Now I'm going to get the sauce, the tomato sauce that I've made. Okay. Now I'm going to put this in the pot, okay? Want to come a bit closer? Want to come a bit closer? Are you okay? Just turn the fire down for a bit. I'm just going to put a little bit of tomato pure in it, just to give it a little bit more deeper red color. And as I said, it's Easter. So in Easter, we usually have fried fish, you know, with whatever else, with bread, West Indian bread, or, you know, whatever else. I don't want it too red. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna get a little bit more water just to get this out, some cold water. I'm gonna taste it, see if it's got enough pepper, hot pepper in it. Wait. That's why this pepper is very hot. Yeah. So I can taste it on my tongue. So be careful if you are using this pepper. It's very hot. Okay. If you don't like a lot of pepper, please don't use it. Use black pepper, but it's good in fish. Yeah. That's why we use it when we're cooking fish or any other type of meat. I just use a little one and it's very hot. Okay, I'm going to get the seasoning and put the seasoning in. Okay. So this is my fish seasoning. And this is my bay leaf. The fish seasoning already have salt in, but I'm just going to taste it to see if I need to add some more. And this is my pimento. So what I'm going to do with my pimento is I need a bottle. Okay, just crush it a little bit. As you can see, the sauce, tomato sauce, is bubbling very nicely. Okay, I'm going to put a bit of Worcestershire sauce. About 10 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another one. Okay. I'm going to put some balsamic vinegar in here. I'm going to take about two tablespoons I've just put. So I'm going to turn the fire down a bit because it's bubbling. Okay, my daughter is telling me time is running out. So I'm going to taste it and I may need to add some salt. Yeah, I'm going to add a little salt. About half a teaspoon, roughly. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this cook. Give this about 10 minutes to cook a little bit, and then I'll come back to it. Okay, so I'm going to cover it for 10 minutes and let it just bubble away for a bit. Okay, so I'm going to measure about 2 cups of quinoa. While the sauce is bubbling away. Remember the quinoa, when you're cooking quinoa, you just rinse it off, you know, just to get any debris that might be in it. And, you know, just like how you would when you're cooking rice, you just rinse it off. Yeah. Okay, so go over the sink. Yeah, is that okay? You can see? Yeah. So I'm just gonna go over the sink and just rinse that off. Remember, quinoa it's like rice, but it's only that it's finer. I'm sure many of you that are probably vegetarian and don't like probably eating rice, and for those who are diabetic or any other health issues that you may have. Yeah, so just rinse it off. Just going to rinse it another time. It's a bit different, and when you're washing it, you know, you can't wash it the way you would wash rice, really, because it sticks to your fingers. But just just rinse it off twice and just use your strainer. Okay. Okay, and remember, when you're cooking quinoa, don't put too much water in it. Yeah, I'm just going to put a cup of water. Yeah, I'm not going to put too much water in it. I'm just going to put a cup. That's boiling water. That's been in the kettle that I've used. Yeah, just go over the cooker. I'm just going to put a cup. If I need more, then I will do that. And I'm going to add just a little oil. Because when I'm cooking rice, this is what I do. Just a little. It's a teaspoon, really. You don't need any more than that. Yeah, a little salt. And a little garlic. Yeah, just to give it a little bit of a flavor, really. And I've got the shallots, so I'm just going to cut some shallots and just put some shallots in it. Okay, just cut up a bit of shallots or white onion and just put it in there. All this is just give it some extra flavoring, because it's not a very when you're cooking it, it can be very bland. So you just put these in it just to give it a little bit of flavor. Yeah. Yeah. And it does soak up. The water will sort of evaporate very quickly. When that happens, you just turn it down and just let it simmer or steamed. Okay, I'm just going to check this. And I can hear it bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. Okay. This is the color that I want. Right. Okay, I'm going to put the fish in. Okay. So now I'm just going to place the fish in. And this is what I call, this is hake fish. You will get this splatter, but it will settle down in a bit. Yeah. So this is hake that I'm cooking. I didn't say that. This fish that I was cooking. This is hake. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it and let it cook. You can see it's splattering. Probably should have used a deeper pot, but never mind. I've already started in this one, so I'm just gonna leave it. I may need to add a bit of water later on, but I'm gonna check it. This is when you cook tomato, you get it all splattering all over the place. Yeah, you want to look at this? Okay, there it is, the quinoa bubbling very nicely. Okay, I am just going to turn it down. Okay, and just let it simmer. Okay. Okay, so this is it. It isn't cooked yet. So what I'm going to do is just turn the fish over. And you have to remember that when you're cooking fish, you know, it does get, can break up very easily. So you just need to just take your time. And just turn it over so that it can cook evenly. And again, I'm just going to put it in my hand and just taste. That pepper. Pepper. Okay, just gonna check the quinoa when I come up with it more. Okay, so as you can see, it's doing its thing. There's still water, the little 1 cup of water that I put in there. It's still okay, still simmering down. Yeah, if it needs more, then I will add a bit more, but it's okay for now. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to fry a ripe plantain as a side to go with the fish and the quinoa. Okay, so I'm going to light this. Tell me if it's going down. Okay, right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut up the plantain. So if you remember when I cooked the plantain porridge, okay, so I'm just gonna cut these what do you call this? Diagonal. Okay, so I'm gonna cook it so it gives it a nice shape. But you can cut your plantain, your ripe plantain, any way you can. So this will be like a side, like a complement to the dish. Okay, I'm just testing to see if it's hot enough. Yep, that's hot enough. So I'm going to place them in. You will know when your plantain is ready to turn over on the other side, because you can see at the sides that it will go a bit golden, and then you know that, okay, you need to turn it over. At the same time, I'm keeping my eye on the quinoa so it doesn't burn. Okay, I'm just going to flip these over. Okay. And with plantain, you can have it for breakfast, you can have it for lunch, you can have it for dinner, or you can have it just as a snack with anything you like, anything that you're cooking. This is sweet. Okay. I will show you when I finish everything. Yeah, what it looks like. Okay. What I'm going to do once I take them and put them on the plate to drain off, the oil to drain, then I'm going to sprinkle a little salt on them. You don't have to put salt, but it tastes a bit better with a little salt on it. Okay. Okay. Just flip it on the other side. That's a little taste for the cook. That's the cook taster. Okay, so I'm gonna. So this is what it looks like once it's fried. So I'm gonna take these out, and as I said, once I've finished, then I will show you what it looks like. So, okay, everyone. So now I'm just gonna have a check on the quinoa. As you can see, it's nice and fluffy. Okay, what I did off camera was put a little bit of more hot water in it. So about quarter cup. Yeah, as you can see, want to come a bit closer? I'm just asking my daughter to come a little bit closer. As you can see, it's, swell a lot. Okay, and now it's cooked. So I'm going to switch it off. It takes about, say, roughly 15 minutes. For me, it takes about 15 minutes because I like it to be, well, soft. Yeah, so that's soft enough. So I'm just gonna turn the fire off and just leave it to steam. So as you can see, I get for the 2 cups that I've put, and it's about 1 1/4 of the same cup of boiling water that you will need to use, okay, to get that cooked. So I'm switched the fire off. I'll have a look at the fish. Just bring it a little bit closer so it doesn't bubble up and burn me myself. Okay. And I'm going to test if this is cooked. This should be cooked. Sometimes when you cook fish, it sticks to the bottom of the pan. And this is what it feels like, a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna, let me taste a little piece. And this is hot, okay? But my hands are used to the hotness. I'm just gonna wash my hand. And yes, you can taste that scotch bonnet at the back of your throat. So this is done. So I don't need it to cook any longer. And as you can see, it didn't take very long to cook. Yeah, just cook it in its tomato sauce. until the fish is soft. And as you can tell, it's very delish. Yeah? Okay. I'm going to serve some. Let me just cover this back. I'm just going to serve some with the plantain and let you have a look and see what it comes out to be like. Okay, so I'm going to serve a little so you can have a look and see what it's all come out and look like. So I'm not going to put a lot because it's not evening yet for my dinner. So I'm just showing you what it's like. Okay, so I'll put that down. Put the plantain, some of the plantain at the side. And I did sprinkle a little bit of salt on it. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to put a little piece. My eyes are greedy. So that's it. So come and join me while I go over here. And I'm just going to put a little bit of complimentary. That's too big. This is just some onions, baby onions. You can have this with anything you want. Salad. Yeah, anything of your choice. Salad or vegetables. But at the moment, I don't want any salad. So I'm just putting just some gherkins, some baby onions, and some shredded beetroot. Yeah. Said it's not dinner time yet, but I'm greedy. So I'm going to eat, okay? Okay. So, should we have a taste? Bless this food, oh Lord, we pray. Amen. Okay, let's dive in. Okay. Quinoa, let's see how it turns out. Just right. On the fish. This is what you call soul food. Yeah? You're planting? Sorry. This is good. This is good. Be careful of bones when you're eating the fish. Yeah? Hake doesn't have a lot of bones in it, like snapper. but this is good. Okay? Okay, everyone. Shouldn't speak with my mouth full. So let me stop eating and say thank you very much for watching. Please have a go. As I said, the fish is easy to cook. You don't have to spend a lot of time cooking it. Once you cook your sauce, you don't have to put a lot of water in your sauce either, because while it's cooking, anyway, it will steam and generate enough water. So thank you very much for watching, wherever you're watching. Have a good Easter. Yeah. And, enjoy at Easter times. Another thing that we have is bun and cheese. Okay. So have you ever heard of bun and cheese? I haven't got any cheese to show you, but this is our bun that we have for Easter. So enjoy. Yeah. So when you go to church on Good Friday and you come back, you have a slice of your bun and cheese, your fish, and whatever else you're having for your dinner. Remember, it is Christ who died for us and who rose. Yeah. And we're celebrating that, which is remembering how he died for us. Okay. So have a good Easter, everyone. Have a good Friday and have a wonderful Easter Sunday when it all comes. Enjoy yourselves. Look after yourselves now. The sun is out. Praise the Lord. Okay. So wonderful to have you watch my videos. Remember, please watch, please share, please subscribe. Anything else I need to say, my dear? Okay, I'm asking my daughter. So enjoy, and I'm going to enjoy this. Okay, so thank you. Peach is signing out. Look after yourself. God bless. Bye.